Hey now, say I'm all about them bands.
I love him. Both of
He's
them have done no wrong in my eyes, both Kendrick and Tyler. I just got back from visiting my family in Texas.
Okay.
My dad kind of knew about the Kendrick Drake thing, but we like at a family dinner, me, my little sister, my stepmom, and him, we just got into it. We just talked about only that for 90 minutes straight over mac and cheese or whatever.
Yeah.
They were so invested. I told my dad the whole thing. I re-listened to all hour and 16 minutes of music that was that beef.
Yeah.
All really, really good. My stepmom teaches 8th grade. She's an 8th grade teacher. She's not really contributing to the conversation the whole time. Like I'm just kind of, me and my little sister are just kind of talking their ears off about what happened between Kendrick and Drake. Sure. And my dad's like, Stacey, like, what do you think about this whole mess, about everything that's going on? And stepmom, who's an 8th grade teacher, she's like, Grant, we are Team Kendrick, and if you think any differently, get out of our way. Trust me, I have heard this ad nauseum. I am totally caught up. You're the only one here.
Ad nauseum.
Is that not what it is?
No.
What is it?
Ad nauseum.
Ad nauseum with like a D?
It's Latin.
Like 8. It's Latin.
It's Latin.
I just said it in English right now.
Okay. No, you're right. No. Same logic I'd use on a commie too.
You see that?
On a commie bastard as well. You're right.
That's like.
Oh, you talking about saying an American right now? I'm speaking the president's English.
No, yeah, I've been talking to you in Latin all afternoon. Hunky dory, I guess. That's like that guy.
Or yay, a gay. That's pig Latin for you're gay.
What is wrong with you? What do you mean what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? No, what's wrong with you? No, what's wrong with you?
The meantime. Why do you have to be so mean?
So you some motherfucking Latin. This is what it feels like to speak to a Marine, like a former Marine. This is exactly what it feels like. What are you fucking talking about talking in Latin? Fuck, kick your ass, dude.
No, I was talking in Latin while I was defending your freedoms.
Well, I was defending your country and fucking your...
You know why you're able to speak Latin?
Because I was fucking underage girls in Iraq.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
They were.
Like some people were probably statistically. Not like every Marine you meet.
Way more than you think. Way more than we should allow.
Look, I'm not saying it's all, but I'm saying it's half. Holy shit. Oh my God, half. You know how many half is? So many.
Think of two guys in a room. One of them did it.
Neither of us.
It's not the one you'd think.
We were. Oh, that's crazy lore drop. Pat and Jared were in Iraq. Oh my. Wait, hold on. How old are Pat and Jared?
I know one guy that was in Iraq, and he's a fucking dirtbag piece of shit.
I know one. I know one guy that was in Iraq. Well, I shouldn't. I'm doing that thing where like he's my best friend or whatever. We've hung out twice.
Okay.
But he's just so sad.
Yeah.
I feel horrific for him. He's just doesn't. He does not live life the same as us.
Nice.
He's like, oh, I don't. It wasn't cool.
Yeah.
You know what? It wasn't cool.
You know what? I didn't like it very much. I don't think that they should be sending people over there.
I was like one of the first times I saw him was him coming back. I was like, dude, welcome. He was like, wouldn't recommend it. I would not. Met a bunch of people, and I could not refer you to them now. They are no longer present. I mean,
Iraq was nothing nice. One time when I got my upper arm tattoo done, I got it by this dude named Bookie, and I got it at Northridge Tattoo, and I came in and he did all the line work. You don't have any tattoos, but you would understand that this would be painful.
Yeah,
he did all of the line work and ended at like 10 p.m. Right, and then the next morning I got all of the color done. all on my raw wound.
Yeah, like 8 hours later? What do you?
Less than 8 hours later,
Jesus,
I was
man.
back sitting down. And it was the most painful thing I've ever done in my entire life. I got the whole entire half sleeve done.
Did you do that for money reasons, or were you just trying to get through?
He just said, come in tomorrow morning.
Dude.
And the whole time he was watching a Vietnam War documentary, and he was on my arm like this while I was going, and he was going, the Vietnam War was nothing nice, bro.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
okay.
He's like, can you imagine pain like that? Look at those guys, their skin's burning off.
He go like this. He go, they used to have them go down in tunnels, and they would quit moving. They would have them go down in tunnels, but they didn't know at the end of the tunnels was a bunch of water. So it'd be 3 dudes going down into a tunnel head first. The first guy drowns. The second guy's stuck in between the 2 guys, and they would they'd close the door on it. So, like, their spines would compress, and shit was it was bad. You're moving like a bitch right now, by the way.
Just making you feel bad. In Vietnam, they used to do chemical warfare.
Yeah.
They do like acid rain and feel like your skin was burning. Can you imagine?
Yeah, could you imagine what
you even think
napalm
about
feels on
just
your
like
skin? Just like your skin's being barbecued off the bone. You ever see We Were Soldiers? Mm-hmm.
I've not seen We Were Soldiers.
There's a scene in We Were Soldiers where a dude gets hit with napalm, an American soldier gets hit with napalm, and they try to pick him up, and the meat slides off of his bones on his legs.
Oh! Oh!
He's like,
Oh my God! Oh, you're such a good writer. I pictured that so well.
Yeah.
Your way of speaking is too accurate.
I'm just telling you what happened.
Oh my God! I remembered it was about ad nauseum. I forgot I said that.
Right.
I said ad nauseum.
Yeah,
that's
you
like
did.
that. That's like that guy. What's I said the nauseum part though, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, word. Is it NAZ?
No.
That's like that guy on YouTube. You ever see that tall, handsome guy on YouTube that'll tell you about language?
No.
He's like, sometimes people talk and they say the wrong thing. They'll say washer instead of washer or whatever. And then the ad nauseum's a good one too. Or like how people say, what's one of those ones where you're just saying a different? Oh, granite. Or like they say granite, like the stone.
Oh, like to take someone for granted?
Yes, yeah. Yes, it's the same thing. I
love when people take things for granted.
I just wasn't hearing
You
it.
fucking
right.
idiot!
I just wasn't hearing it right.
It's so stupid. Reese says that shit all the time. You know what my favorite thing that happens
I
is?
just got back from Texas. I just said that.
What?
Just that I just got back from Texas. Well, yeah, I'll take you ad nauseum for that.
Yeah. Reese will do a thing. This is my favorite thing. When somebody like settles on a word for a little while, and they say that one really big word all the time. So
The
Reese,
dichotomy of it all. Oh, bruh. It's so tricky, just the dichotomy of the
just the
situation that we're
dichotomy
in.
between the two. Between the two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like someone will be like, "Hey, do you want turkey or ham?" I'm like, that's quite the dichotomy you got there. No, it's not.
Which one is Reese doing?
Reese right now is on. Well, he's been on this one for a long time, but he'll say "not for nothing."
Yeah.
Reese will go like,
Not for nothing.
"Not for nothing." I can't level up in this fucking game.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time beating this boss.
Not for nothing's good. You can do not for nothing. Fuck you. You can do not for nothing for a lot. It's good.
Yeah,
It's
not for
good.
nothing works for a lot. It's a catch-all phrase. I love a good catch-all phrase. He also says Reese is on the word receptacle. Reese will call everything a receptacle. Like that bag of cheese mix
Is a receptacle.
That's a receptacle.
There's a whole philosophy. I don't remember the name of it, but about how the whole world's just receptacle or not receptacle.
And Reese is on that shit. He saw behind the Matrix. He's like, you're kind of a receptacle. I'm like, no, I like girls. No, don't you call me that.
Just because my father was a receptacle doesn't make me a receptacle.
My father was killed by a receptacle, you piece of shit. My father went overseas and killed them receptacles so they mean you can have freedom. You call me a fucking receptacle?
My father went over. He fought those receptacles so you could talk Latin at me right now. You shut your ass up ad nauseum.
Hey, we're not supposed to use receptacle anymore. There's different words for it now.
We're supposed to.
You're so fucking receptacled.
We're supposed to say. We're supposed to say mentally a cup. Mentally a cup.
Mentally a cup.
Mentally a mason jar.
Mentally ajar.
Mentally ajar.
How is the door ajar?
It's wide open. Couldn't put nothing in there.
Ain't no fucking jar. I fought for your rights.
I fought for your rights. You speak this Latin at me, expecting me to know what is and is not a jar.
I don't care for none of this voodoo. All right? Me and my brothers died in the sand. For you to tell me that my car door is actually a jar. I can't put no fucking jelly in it.
I haven't been calling them receptacles for years. Now, you're calling me one?
Now you're calling me a receptacle? Just be consistent.
If you came into the middle of that bit with no context, like, what the fuck
What are
is
they
going
talking
on?
about? What's the word we were using earlier for the two?
Granite?
No, for two different things that you might have like a juxtaposition about.
Dichotomy?
Dichotomy.
The dichotomy of it all.
What the fuck did you call me? I don't swing both ways. I'm not a dichotomy.
No, I'm straight cotomy.
I'm straight, goddammit.
Straight cotomy.
I'm straight in this economy.
I'm female cotomy.
I'm straight and I gotta be.
Straight and I gotta be. There's no
You
dichotomy
piece of shit.
whatsoever.
Me and my brothers in the desert shot down a bunch of receptacles so that you could have a jar door or whatever.
No, we went and fought in the war so we could have the right economy. None of this die economy.
I don't want a diet economy.
We got to get that regular prescription grade economy.
I want real sugar in my economy. Just a Marine idiot. Just an idiot who's a Marine.
Hey, if you're a Marine, you got to get in the comments saying, I'm a Marine and I thought this was so funny, or we're just screwed. I need one of you in there.
I'll fuck your wife while you're gone.
Wait, what? Are you just a different Southern guy that's there
Huh?
also?
No, I'm me. I said that as me.
That's how I talk. You all forget I'm from Ogdensburg?
Ogdensburg, New York. Deep as it can go.
It's a Southern New York accent.
Knee-high in corn, bud. Tell you what. Ogdensburg, New York. St. Lawrence County, Northern New York, brother.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Yeah, the Underground Railroad emptied out into a couple of the houses in my hometown.
Roommate Nick Hudson does Vexed. He's been doing that for years, but that is
Vexed
his favorite
is a good
word,
one.
which is also kind of dichotomy.
A little bit dichotomy. I don't know. Let me be a dumbass Marine real quick and see if I'm offended by Vexed. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, we're in a vexing situation. I can't decide what we're doing for lunch.
Marine is confused.
You know, it's just like half our friends want to go to this place, the other half of our friends want to.
Sounds like a real dichotomy.
He just learned
I'm learning. Yeah, it's a Marine who's stupid but wants to learn and be better.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Sounds like a real dichotomy,
My
which I'm cool with.
my family was like, Pat, my extended family, not my parents, my extended family were like, Pat, you love Trump, right? You're like a Trump guy with us, right? And I was like, we're all just trying to have fun. Where's pass the sandwiches?
Hey!
Come on. We got punch.
Not me. I'm like, you fucking sheep! You fool! Bunch of fucking Vexes in here.
You fool, Frieza! You fool!
Don't do it, Frieza! You fool!
Tell Frieza not to vote for Trump. Frieza
And then
ballot.
Frieza does, and I fucking kill Frieza.
And then I slice him in half.
Don't do it, Frieza! Don't deny care to people who need it at a corporate level. Don't do it, Frieza! Don't deny the claims of people who are sick and dying. You fool!
Ruthless, heartless bastard.
On the 3 bullets, ruthless, heartless bastard.
Holy shit.
Don't do it, Frieza! Yoo-hoo!
Frieza voting for Trump.
Frieza as Brian Thompson, the CEO.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Brian Frieza Thompson.
Deny these monkeys their health care. we don't cover getting your tail cut off.
Getting your tail cut off is a pre-existing condition.
Enough of the Saiyans have gotten their tail cut off that we no longer provide coverage for it.
Somehow I think that you might be making fun of America with that joke.
With this joke about the Saiyans on the planet Vegeta.
What? I'm doing confused, stupid Marine for the rest of the episode. I don't give a shit.
At least
I don't give a fuck, man.
At least we got it. It's the first thing we found funny in 3 weeks. So we should just. Oh man.
Oh man.
Most people when they get sick, they like drop 10 pounds.
Well, I've been working out.
You
so-
just remain, huh?
No, I've been working out, so I'm like replacing all that. So I'm glad you think I look the same size because I've been working out.
It all got switched with muscle.
It's a lot more dense than it was beforehand.
Yeah, yes. No, it looks good. You look like handsome Squidward.
Thank you.
Handsome Squidward with a mullet. Oh, jeez. Oh my God, that was crazy. You can shift your face. Can you do face impressions too?
Yeah.
Are you like Jim Carrey?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you do the Grinch? No, your tooth hurts. Your face is infected. Your face is
I have an infection in my face right now. It hurts a lot. I can smile, but like I cannot fit my finger in my mouth. You know what I mean? Here, let me try.
All right.
I can kind of get it.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's as
like,
much as I can do.
It's like you got wires in your jaw.
It's almost like I got wires in my jaw.
Through the wire. Oh my God. My dad, while we were talking about the Kendrick thing, my dad said that Dr. Dre is the GOAT.
Of what?
Like
Of producing?
of like the culture, like between
Shit. All right, Grant.
no my dad's
Funny.
my dad's secret about it.
Okay.
He's like I can't. He's like, well, it's tough because like I could talk to you for a long time about like producer and rapper or whatever, but if you just think about how many things start and end with Dr. Dre, I can't. I gotta give him just GOAT.
Wow.
Because
crazy to me.
he's like NWA and then his own career and then Eminem, 50, Kendrick.
He's working with Snoop Dogg.
Snoop, yeah,
you know.
absolutely. He's like, I can't. There's too much. Like whatever about whether he's the best in any one
The
area.
LA GOAT for sure, right?
Probably.
Nobody better in LA. Probably LA GOAT. I don't know. Probably not for a couple of guys named Patrick and Jared to talk about.
or Grant.
Or Grant. But I tell you what, with my mullet that I can't get under control today and my face that doesn't work on account of the infection in it,
and
I got to give it to Dr. Dre.
It's the dichotomy.
What?
The dichotomy.
I ain't gonna be too many more dichotomies before me and you gonna have a fucking problem, brother.
Yeah, I made all those cotomies die so you could live free.
I'm not gonna dicot on you. All right? You can keep asking if I can dicot on you, and I'm not going to do it. Okay?
No, do not dicot on me. Leave your dicot over there. You keep your dicot to yourself. I want nothing to do with it. Dicot on me. You better not.
I got a wife, brother.
You stay.
She's the only one dicoting on me.
She's the only one that gets my dicot.
So you fucking stay right over there, dude. I'm not gonna be too many more dicots. For real, I had a relative. I was learning how to play guitar, and my dad was talking to him. Older gentleman, Southern gentleman. His son was in the war.
Yeah,
and he was like, my dad was like, "Oh, you should hear Jared play the guitar now. He's getting really good." I was probably 15.
Yeah,
and he was like, "You should hear my son play his fucking gun." Said it right in front of me. I'm like, all right, Jesus fucking Christ.
He's holding one. Okay.
Yeah. He's like, "Nelson, get over here." I'm like, "Oh, I don't want Nelson to come over here."
You've got that guitar that's shaped like an AK-47. I'll do you one better. Master of Puppets.
I was doing Devil Went Down, Georgia.
Yep. Better.
I was gonna make one for this is before I found out that Kyrie Irving is a piece of shit, but I was a big Cleveland Cavaliers fan, and Kyrie Irving it was the best fucking player on the Cavs aside from LeBron, and then he went to Boston. Unfortunately, but I was like, I'm gonna follow Kyrie wherever he goes, man. Kyrie's the go.
Oh, sure.
So he went to Boston, and I was gonna go buy a Cavaliers jersey and a Boston jersey, and cut them in half, sew them together. And then he was like, "The Earth is flat, by the way."
I was about to say,
and Jewish people, who cares? I'm more Jewish than a Jewish person is.
Ooh,
yeah.
I didn't.
Like, yee!
I was about to confirm. I didn't really know the Kyrie Irving lore like that.
He was just like, "Well, black people are the new Jews," and I was like, "Oh God."
Just
Oh man.
He thinks
He's like, "What are you gonna say? I'm wrong?" I'm like, "I don't know. It just doesn't feel right."
I was just hoping we could talk about basketball.
I was just hoping we could talk about basketball, dude.
He thinks it's flat and a dome, or just flat. Or
I don't know.
Because sometimes they think it's like
Ice wall.
They think it's like flat with rocks at the bottom and a dome.
Yeah, I know. You know, did you see the flat earthers just get fully disproven on the Antarctica thing recently?
What did they say about Antarctica?
Well, that Antarctica, because the Earth is flat, is an ice wall around the outside.
Like Game of Thrones?
Like Game of Thrones, ice wall. And no one's ever been over the ice wall. And people who say they live in Antarctica are lying. And because you can't, because it's an ice wall. And if you went over, you would fall right off because gravity isn't real. We're just forever being pushed upwards. That's why we stick on the surface of the Earth. And if you were to go over the ice wall, you'd fall off into space. And so they were like, no one's ever been to Antarctica. So all the people that like are scientists and study and live in Antarctica were like, come on down and we'll show you. And the biggest thing is that in Antarctica, there's a period of time where there's a 24-hour sun.
Yeah.
And they were like, that doesn't work on a flat Earth model. It simply doesn't work because they think the sun goes around the Earth like this and only lights up certain parts of it, like impossible. And like if the sun had like a cone on it, and like created shade. Yes. And they were like, no, flat earthers, come on down to Antarctica. And then they did, and there was a 24-hour sun. And they were like, well, that kind of blows my shit all the way up. A guy came up to the camera. He's like, when you're a man, you got to admit you're wrong sometimes. And
Would they just thought the people that were in Antarctica were fucking with them?
they all thought they were lying. Just like people who think that we didn't land on the moon. They think that all of NASA and every scientist and every historian or person who was alive at the time all just went one day, let's lie about this.
Yeah.
Let's super duper lie about this.
I like the people that there's videos of people saying we didn't land on the moon, and there's a guy that's like I've got the telescope where you can see the flag. It's expensive, but if you come over,
Yeah, you can see it.
There's a piece of plastic up there with the fucking flag on it.
Yeah,
so it's white now because of the sun, but I can explain that to you too.
Yeah, they did a whole Adam Ruins Everything on
I like Adam
on the
Ruins
moon.
Everything.
I don't like.
Oh, he went kind of crazy over the strike stuff.
Yeah,
not that he shouldn't have. But.
Fight the power. I'm all down for it. He just like became way more. Like, I feel like he knew that he got a lot more notoriety from doing the strike. Like, he was the face of the strike. And so he really dove in.
It's theater kid energy.
A little theater kid energy, you know what I mean? Yeah.
We were driving to Sonic the Hedgehog 3 on our way. So this is bright and early in the morning, long before the sadness can cause you great pain. Right when the happiness is at its peak for a young child, as I've learned.
Sure.
Like, I'm waking up. Apparently, kids just wake up like, and everything's going to be great.
Yeah.
And we were driving.
They wake up and they go,
yippee! My youngest niece at our family dinner was like, I love that our family's together. Our house is so full of love. She's 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
oh man, God bless us, everyone.
Now allow me to move your checkers piece.
Yeah, she said that while holding on to the same fucking muffin she's had in her hand for like 2.5 hours.
For real?
She got that same chip from a half hour ago.
For real, our aunt died recently, and she was like, death is never the end. We all find somewhere else. For real. Straight up.
That's like those parents that are like, you know what my daughter said to me?
Yes.
Why can't we stop all the fighting and just solve everything with words? Why do we fight so much when we all know that we're in God's hands and that Jesus is the one true Lord?
I don't think...
Mommy.
I feel so much happiness when our family is together.
Mommy, why can't other kids just get off their phones? Hang up and hang out with the rest of the family because it kind of seems like they just don't want to be present in the way that I want to be present with you, Mama. And that's what my daughter said.
Yeah.
Mommy, why do people keep attacking Israel? Everyone knows when you attack Israel, bad things happen. And that's what my daughter said to me this morning.
Mommy, why is the state of the geopolitical system so
You've been hanging out with Jaden Smith. Man, can we talk about the political and economic state of the world right now? Or hey, do you want to know what the worst conversation you can have with your friend is? It's a conversation about the political and economic state of the world.
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of times that Pat's downstairs, we're over at his house for 2 seconds, and Pat comes upstairs to a conversation between me and our friend Nick about the political and economic state of the world.
And then Pat walks back downstairs. All right, I'll just keep jerking off then, I guess.
It's just two white dudes agreeing.
I was gonna stop and hang out with you guys, but I guess I'll just keep playing PS2.
Yeah, all right. Guys, you're talking over Family Guy when you're talking about this shit.
Peter's on some crazy shit right now. Mm-hmm. Oh, Uncle Patrick, you bring so much love and peace into our home. Thanks, kiddo.
I just wish you praised God like the rest of us did.
I think they praise a pretty general God.
Yeah,
a pretty.
I have a lot of respect for people who praise a pretty general God.
An idea of wouldn't it be nice if it wasn't just us?
Yeah, I really like that kind of God praising. That's like my favorite kind of God praising.
All right.
You ever notice how disappointed you get in somebody when you find out they believe in God?
Me personally,
it happens to me all the time.
Okay.
It happens to me all the time. There is like an artist. I feel like I can't even say her name. We
shouldn't. I know who you're talking about.
We shouldn't?
No, it'll come up. It'll find her. This will find her. If this clip will find her if you say it.
You think so?
Yeah.
And would that be such a bad thing?
It would it wouldn't be a bad thing by our friends' standards, but now I've set that up too, so we shouldn't say that either.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am. You can say it to me and we'll bleep it if you want.
All right, look it. There's this artist who I really, really liked when I moved here.
Yeah, me too.
She was really super fucking good. She had some cool songs and shit. She had blue hair. And she had a really, really cool name that started with a K. And she's
funnier than just not. This is funnier than just saying.
Then one
her
day
name.
she was like, and by the way, I super love Jesus. And I'm like, oh
No, but it wasn't. It was.
I can't even. There was more stuff.
No, there was. Yeah, I was gonna say you're underselling it. She was like, I love Jesus and being a Nazi. Whoa. That right hook was kind of soft, but that left was crazy.
I'm just saying you had me at Jesus. I was like, get out of here.
You didn't need all that.
Why are we making music to glorify God anymore? I don't know why we're not doing that. Her and my Aunt Debbie are asking the same questions to me all the time. One time my Aunt Debbie cornered me and she was like, you should be using your talents to serve the Lord. And I was like, look, dude, if I believed there was a Lord, I'd fucking do it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If I thought there was a Lord up there,
Yeah.
I'd serve the shit out of the Lord. God, there's a Lord?
Man,
You know how much I like lords. The concept of a Lord is so cool.
I can come up with, we were just listening to The Fray on the way over here.
Are they Jesus?
Oh, yeah. The songs are, dude.
Nice, probably, right?
Lost and insecure. You found me
That could be a girl
lying
still.
on the floor. Jared has a phenomenon where he shows me songs that he thinks are bangers from the 90s and early 2000s. He's like, listen to this contemporary rock. It's so sick. I'm like, Jared, that's about God.
I'm like, no.
He's like,
no, it's not.
I can feel you all around me. Jesus Christ, you filled me with love. And he's like, dude, that's not that. Isn't that a crazy, sexy song? I'm like, yeah, about our Lord and Savior Jesus, bro. He did this for like, we were driving somewhere. He did it for like 5 songs in a row.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I was like, wait.
I can feel you all around me.
I think I showed you The Reason by Hoobastank.
Yes, you're the reason.
I found a reason for me. And I'm like, no, it's because he met a girl that he likes.
That's God, brother.
Oh, damn it! I hate when it's God.
Lost
Fuck.
and insecure. You found me, Jesus.
Oh, he says surround me. Fuck.
It does say surround me. Surround it just a little late.
Oh, okay.
I found God on the corner of First and Amistad. He says, where were you when I needed you? There you were.
Being God and being God.
Somebody says, I found
Christian God. I found God and I was
I
dying.
wonder what the metaphor is for God. Nope, Jared, just God. No metaphor. Never say never. No,
Well,
we
you
don't
believe in God, believe in God again. Damn it.
Younger
this keep
now
happening?
than we were before.
Believe in God. I'm like, oh. No kidding.
We were driving over here and there was a Jeep Wrangler that said Frey Guy on it.
Yeah.
So we
we
blasted.
busted over my head as loud as we could, and we were trying to get his attention. It said Frey Guy. It wasn't even spelled like the Frey. It was spelled Frey.
We were like you.
Like you.
This is you love this, right?
This is your favorite shit. So anyway, Casey Fry did not appreciate that we pulled up next to him and harassed him for 2 whole city blocks.
Shoulder blades all up.
Shoulder blades all up, dancing about it.
Hey, why don't you guys fuck off?
Hello. Hey. He's so funny.
He's the funniest.
We'll never be that funny. We will never be that funny. Yeah, you know what sucks is when you see a cute kid and you go, I want one.
Oh yeah.
That's scary. That's a scary thought.
I texted one of my friends. I was like, I gotta get somebody pregnant right now. I texted. I texted M that.
Yeah.
She was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
She was like, okay, you don't mean me, dude. You gotta stop texting me shit like this, dude.
Patrick, you gotta stop fucking texting me shit like that. You can fucking leave that in. That's funny. That's funny. I was just hanging out with my nieces, and then I immediately went and saw my cousins, and we had a great time. I texted her. I was like, I gotta
pop one of these out pretty soon. I need a little fucking thing.
God, if one of these looked like me.
Oh, look at him. Oh, look at. You can imagine that his legs are dangling.
I was. You probably saw it on my story, but I was throwing my cousin in the pool.
Yeah.
And he started crying because I threw him too hard. I picked him up. I was like, "Hey, you're the strongest guy I ever met." He was like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah, I love being the uncle that throws the kids too hard.
It's the best.
That was absolutely me. I lived with my uncle and my aunt for a while. And they have almost exclusively little girls.
Yeah.
And it was my I guess they're not my nieces; they're my younger cousins. But
yeah.
I was fulfilling an uncle type role, and they're like, "Well, what do you want to do?" I was like, "I kind of want to fucking choke slam you as hard as I possibly can onto the bed." And they're like, "Cool, you want to do that 175 times?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
That was no,
and then it happens one time too hard, and then you're like, everyone's really mad at you.
Yeah. No, that's what happened. But I enjoy curing them, bringing them back to life just as much. It's easy to.
Oh, did I ever tell you about me calling the cops on my niece for not having too much fun?
Yes.
Yeah.
You did.
Did we tell it on here?
We did.
On
like
here?
episode 3 or 4,
Wow.
early. You can do it again if you want, but we definitely.
Yeah, no one saw those ones.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
If it's before Octung, no one saw it.
It is.
No, people go back and watch.
They do.
Well, it's a good story. You should go check it out.
All our episodes are like even levels of views.
Yeah.
The no, I remember. I have a distinct memory of being that young, and I would beg every adult within the vicinity to throw me.
Oh my God,
was
that's all I wanted.
My
Would you
favorite.
I want you to throw me so high and so far I don't know where I'm going to land.
Yes, exactly. so I have that memory ingrained. It's like a core memory.
Mm-hmm.
So now when I see other kids, I'm like, I'm your guy.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
My older cousin who his kids was apparently, my mom told me this after, she was like, I really appreciate Patrick so much for playing with the kids. This is like so sweet of him. And my mom was like, he's in it for himself. He's having more fun than him.
Having more fun.
He's picking your son up by his skull and smashing him into the pool. It actually has nothing to do with those children.
He's as soon as they come up for air, his entire body is hovering over the pool, and he's going and smacking into the water.
When I threw my youngest cousin too high and he started crying, he was like, "We gotta set some ground rules," and then I was like, "Okay, that makes sense." He was like, "I'm gonna need you to throw me 100 more times," and then I'm like,
"There's a threshold that I'm gonna hit where I'm gonna start to feel scared."
He's like, "There's a point in the air where." He's 6. He's in kindergarten. He's like, there's a point in the air where I freak out up there. There's a point in the air where I don't know where I'm coming down. So for the rest of the day, I would throw him at about 3 or 4 feet instead of the 8 or 9 that I was hitting. I mean, I was like, I was cheerleader status. I was like, hup! And you could see him have fun, and you could see his little face get in the sky. and that's when he was crying. So for the rest of the day, I was throwing him like 3 or 4 feet, and every time he'd come up with the water, he'd be like,
Dude, you ever try to do that with a grown adult? Not like throw them into a pool, but try to have kid fun with a grown adult?
Yeah, you and I have done it with each other.
We've done it, for sure.
But that's different because we know.
One time I went to a party at our friend Ryan's place, and he's got a trampoline in the backyard, and I made a grown woman do a front flip, and she did not want to. I put so much pressure on her to do a front flip. And it was like there was people like Reese was in the background going like, "Oh, by the way, you don't have to if you don't want to." I was like, "Yeah." She was like scared to do it, and then she tried to do it once, and I went, "Nope, not good enough." Try it again.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
a couple Fourth of
She was like a published author. She was older than me.
Yeah, she's on the California Senate. She's. Oh wait, California Senate. I don't know how the government works. She's a lawyer. She's older than me.
Yeah, we were all doing front flips. I made Reese do one, and then we're all sitting there. She's like, "Oh, I could do one," and then she got in there. She's like, "Oh, I'm actually a little too scared to do it." And what a normal person would be like, "Oh, it's fine. Here, I'll do an extra one for you, and then I'll pretend like you did it." I was like, "Well, you're already in here, and I'm standing between you and the exit, and I'm not gonna move until I see a front flip from you."
She drives a Camry.
Yes. No, it's a nicer car than that. It is a nicer car than that.
So good.
Drove a Lexus over there because she's a really successul published author.
Just getting bullied into doing a front flip by Jared Gaines from The Meantime.
Yep. Wasn't even from The Meantime at the time.
Right.
At the time, I was not from The Meantime.
A couple 4th of Julys ago, we were just throwing all our adult friends in the pool. Just takes 2 of us when you're 30.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it for you all day as well. Just need 2 of us.
Yeah, something I don't get is when there's a pool and you don't want to just jump
in the whole time.
The whole time.
I'll jump.
I get feeling comfy in the pool a little bit.
Yeah, I do.
But like there was that 4th of July that we had where Kyle was going
new to the group.
New to the group, Kyle.
First time we hung out with Kyle without our other friend Evan.
Yeah. And he was doing like 80s comedy movie, like being cooler than me.
It was crazy.
Like being cooler than me to the tune of everyone, like me trying to do something, failing, Kyle doing it perfectly on the first try and everyone going, "Oh, Kyle!" Like I was trying to do a gainer into the pool, but my brain couldn't wrap around, like I kept running up to go do it and then stopping. And everyone was going like, "Dude, just do it or don't do it." And Kyle was like, "Oh, you just got to do this." Bam, throws a perfect gainer into the pool, and he comes up to everyone going, "Kyle, yeah!" And I'm like, "Oh no, oh guys, no."
There's still a video of exactly what Jared's describing on my Instagram, posted on 4th of July. Won't be hard to find. Just scroll back to the 4th of July.
Check it out.
You can see it happen.
I'm going like,
yeah.
Kyle's like, "Oh, just chuck it." And he it's like somebody else threw his body for him.
All you gotta do is not be a pussy.
Did you do a double backflip into the fucking pool? That's crazy. Yeah. Oh, and then like getting too fired up about the game that you invent. Like we were all trying to do jumping into the pool and passing each other the ball and then like making a trick shot. And our friend Alyssa couldn't do it. And we were all going, Alyssa, if you can't do it, don't be a part of the thing.
Happy New Year. Happy 2025.
Oh, Happy New Year. Yeah.
It's been a
Oh, you got some resolutions?
It's been a weird couple of years. My resolutions, I'm going to make a video about this. My resolutions are just to focus on the meantime and not my weekend. Just those two things.
So knowing that resolutions don't work,
and that's
why
not,
would you set us up for failure like that, you fucking big nose freak?
Hey, and I want to say that, and that's not just because I got fired from everything else. Don't think that's because everything else fired me. It's not.
Yeah.
Fuck, by the way.
Pat's been relegated to working with me.
I was happy to work with you. I just had
other shit.
I just had fallbacks, and now I'm like, Jared, we should really.
You know what I was thinking? We should really start taking this really seriously. You guys have no idea that's every other thing I say to Pat is like, you know what we should start doing is really taking this me time thing super fucking seriously. Pat's like, I like to be a leaf in the wind about stuff. I like to take it seriously when it benefits me. It's totally fine.
I had leaf in the wind money. It's gone. The money is with the leaves in the wind. Gone.
Oh, God.
Floating away.
Yeah, and so Pat's like, you know what I'm thinking lately is we should really start writing for Not My Weekend.
I got a rock dropped on me. I'm fully stable on the ground.
Yeah. So,
do you have resolutions?
Oh, let me think here. I'm trying to crush way more puss in 2025.
You are hired, my friend. Oh my God.
Just trying to get out there and crush as much puss as I possibly can. I really hope to crush so much puss that people know me for crushing puss. And I hope, like, maybe in the year 2025, if they put that shit in cans, I'd fucking slam the can crushing on my head. You know what I mean? That's the amount of puss I'm trying to crush in 2025.
I had my first.
Go back to therapy.
I had my first therapy session yesterday. Is what I was gonna say. I had my first therapy session on the 26th.
Yeah.
And it was really good. And I'm going to focus on that really hard. I talked to her for 50 minutes. At about the 45-minute mark, she was like, you should have been here sooner.
She's like, I kind of feel like I stopped a shooting. You know what I mean? She's like, hey, you ever get the feeling like you stopped shooting?
Well, we had our consultation. You ever get a feeling? We had our consultation, and she was like, that's good. We'll get to know each other. And then we had the first meeting, and she was like, you kind of undersold it. You kind of... What she said it to me, maybe she was trying to make me feel better, which is her job.
Yeah.
But maybe she was trying to make me feel better. She was like, no, people aren't supposed to go through this. Because, like, I think she thought I was going to hit her with, like, I had a family member.
She thought I was going to hit her.
I think she thought I was going to come to her with like I had a family member die or like I'm going through X, Y, and Z or, you know, and she was like, no, this is a tricky one.
Yeah. You know what sucks about ours, like ours specifically, therapists that deal with us, really well-spoken guys.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, well, basically, like, you know, my mom just like sold a bunch of drugs when I was a kid, and so now I have all these memories of terrible stuff happening in my childhood. And sometimes I wake up and I don't know if those things are still real or if I'm still a child or if I'm 30 or not. And she's like, wow! Yeah. It's really succinct. Yeah, wow. It's really poignant. You really put a needle directly on it. That's crazy.
I was telling her a whole thing. She was like, that behavior's out of this world. I was like, it is?
You're like, oh, hell yeah, dude.
She's like, no. Nope.
Have you got yelled at for being funny?
On therapy?
Yeah.
No, but I wasn't funny the whole time yet.
You will.
She was.
You're gonna get funny. You're gonna get comfy on there, and you're gonna say something funny, and she's gonna be like, "Hey, this is not the place."
She was really just like, and we'll do more meetings. This is not. We've got more.
Right.
We've got more. But I honestly, just being in the process is a huge weight off.
Yeah.
And actually,
just tell her never to cross you. That's what I do. And actually, I tell them never to cross me. Don't ever try to fuck me. Don't you ever try to fuck me.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck me, and we'll be fine.
If you.
And we'll have these meetings once a week, and they'll be nice.
She's
Every
like-
Tuesday.
She's like, listen, I just feel like what you're going through, there's a lot of dichotomy to it. And you're like, lady, don't.
There's a lot of what?
What did I say?
Dichotomy once. Shame on you.
Dichotomy.
Dichotomy twice.
Never dichotomy again.
Never dichotomy again. She's like, I feel like you're not being very receptive. Receptacle!
All right, so I'm going to sign you up for a medication.
Yeah, she, therapist before last was like, you should be medicated. And I was like, for what? And she was like, for everything.
Are you?
It'd be easy to tell you what you shouldn't medicate for.
Yeah.
You know? Like you don't have cancer, so we won't give you
We won't
anything
start
for that.
chemo.
So that's fine. Your vision looks fine, so we won't do that. Everything else? I mean, we'll probably get you on something for something. She was trying to get me on an antidepressant, and I was like, but I'm not a pussy. She was like, that's exactly why you need you on an antidepressant.
She was like once daily, and you're like, but I'm not a pussy. Twice daily.
Yeah. She was like, I'm gonna put you on fuck it. I can't remember what it was. Didn't we have a funny joke that whatever we got prescribed, we would switch?
All right, we're not doing this.
No, what if we did though? Like, what if you got Paxil and I got like Lexapro, and we fucking just like came in on an episode and we swapped, and I was sitting there going, and Pat felt like he had eels coming out of his pores.
Like, what?
I'm like, Pat, is this gonna be forever? You're like, I think so.
Yeah, we were saying we also, another bit we're going to do is we're going to bring a bunch of fans, a bunch of Discord members into the room with us, and we're going to do the smoke circle that you're always begging us to be a part of.
Yeah, we
And
had a pretty good idea of Pat's. Have you never smoked weed?
Never in my life.
Okay, so Pat's never smoked
I've never
weed.
smoked anything.
Right.
Ever.
Fucking pussy. So Pat
3 times
Pat
daily.
I used to smoke, and I just only get anxiety attacks. So what'll happen is we're gonna run a contest. We need 100 people to enter a room with us, and basically we're gonna put 2 chairs in the middle, and the chairs are gonna be me and Pat looking at each other, and then we're gonna have 100 people stand around us while Pat smokes weed for the first time, and I get high for the first time since the last time I had a really bad anxiety attack when I smoked weed, and we're gonna stare at each other. And we're just both gonna get really scared, and you guys are gonna be completely silent. You're gonna stare right at us.
Would it be full face tears?
Yeah.
I swore I'd never. I swore I wouldn't.
I'm like, dude, you gotta quiet down. You gotta quiet down. I don't know what else, but you gotta quiet down, okay?
Okay, not my dream blunt rotation. We were
Yeah,
wrong.
you guys can't smoke either.
We were
it's
wrong.
It's just me and Pat that are smoking. You guys are not allowed to smoke. I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna get Pat drunk. He's gonna start making comments about women. And we're gonna get Pat 1 beer and see how long it takes him to try to fight me.
Positive comments. I love women.
We're gonna find out if Pat's a huggy drunk. He's not. Pat with the hug headbutt combo.
Are you gonna go back to therapy or no? I'm gonna do at least 8 weeks with
I
this
just
girl.
I get
woman.
really discouraged because I don't have enough money for like a really good therapist. The therapists that you get with like the health insurance that I'm able to afford, they're all like, we only do Zoom meetings, and I'm like, okay, so you're not a therapist.
Yeah.
I got you,
So I wanted to say, and it's 4 times daily.
and that's true,
No, and that's
and that's true.
you should go back. And,
You're just a lady at that point.
dude,
Well, you don't have an office.
holy
You
shit.
don't have a chair I can sit on in the same room as you.
Jared's all about perception.
Yeah,
Gotta keep your dukes up.
it's big.
You're like that guy in the Great Depression who keeps the apartment so his address stays the same, but all his furniture's sold.
I don't think I get it.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay. I'm just saying that if you're gonna do a Zoom meeting only, get a better job. Your job is fake. Anybody can get on Zoom for 45 minutes and say nice stuff. Here, I'll try. Do a little therapy at me. I'll be a therapist on telehealth. Go ahead.
Okay, on telehealth.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, no, I've just.
Oh my God, Patrick! It's so good to see you. How you been doing?
Hi, no, I hope you're having a nice week.
Yeah. How have you been? The last time we talked, you were a little bit anxious.
Yeah, I think this week's been kind of difficult too. I think the holidays.
Yeah, what's going on?
The holidays just sort of make everybody.
Now I've muted myself and I'm playing Snake on my phone. Go ahead.
I think the holidays just make everyone a little make everyone consider their lives and ramp everybody up. And the new year adds a lot of pressure too. Are you there? Are you listening?
I am. Yeah, I'm writing stuff down. Yeah, it must be. The holidays are hard for everybody.
Okay.
You know, you're not alone in that, and a lot of people express a lot of stress around the holidays because it is a stressful time. Getting around your family is, I think a lot of time people hype up old family interactions in their head. Like you have all these like wonderful memories from your childhood, or maybe not so wonderful memories from your childhood, and you project those onto newer interactions with your family. And sometimes they don't line up, and it can be confusing. But most of all, it can just be stressful. The anticipation of the whole thing is stressful. And I mean, someone like you, I mean, we've talked together many times. Oh fuck, I didn't pause. I mean, I didn't write down what I was supposed to.
Very.
And someone like you, like you get easily overwhelmed. So like a lot of people in a room, and maybe you have like a need to entertain everybody.
There's like a setting in Zoom where I can see the game that the person's playing at the. I can see your solitaire cards pulled up. I
don't think so.
It's very succinct though.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I can see that might be unique to you though. You're a master. You're like a master of disguise.
It's unique to me that I'd be able to do that.
Yes, yeah.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy 2025. Thank you for sticking around for the first year of the meantime. I'm gonna put all those episodes in a folder called 2024, and then we're gonna be off to the races,
there
baby.
We go.
This time next year, we're gonna be
in quite the dichotomy.
What? Now, hold up!
Make sure to stream The Meantime on idobi.com Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, or on the new Idobi app.
Give us 5 stars on Spotify. Give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Leave a comment on our YouTube videos. Get in our Discord. We're in there a lot. We're talking about the episodes. We're talking about movies we're watching.
We're counting.
I was saying I hadn't even brought this up to you. I think it'd be fun to do commentary tracks for movies, like when we do like a Patreon thing.
Yeah,
maybe,
somebody said they wanted us to do like Let's Plays and stuff.
That'd be funny because I fucking suck at video games.
And I'm really good at them.
It would be funny. It'd be funny. It'd be funny.
All right. Yeah, and if you have any ideas for what I should do with my fucking hair, then that would be helpful.
Stream My Band, Not My Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Stream Jared's Project Rap Park. We both have links in bios.
Mm-hmm.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And try to crush as much puss as you can in the year 2025.
Or dick. Crush as much dick or puss.
Don't crush it. Guys, clearly not gay. You don't crush it. God. Crush as much puss and be very gentle with the dick in 2025. Let's 2025, let's be gentle with the dick, huh? Let's treat the dick how the dick wants to be treated.
You can be a little mean to it.
Don't be a little bit mean to the dick. Be totally nice to the dick. You want the dick.
Grip a little harder than you think.
Crush that puss, though. All right, Dad? All right, we're out.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.